The most bizarre weapons around the world are terrifying. Throughout history, humans have created increasingly destructive tools of war, from ancient siege engines to modern nuclear devices. These weapons have shaped military strategy, international relations, and the course of human civilization. Today, you'll find out what the most powerful weapons ever created are. Curious? Join us and let's dive in. Number 14. Schwerer Gustav. Nazi Germany's Schwerer Gustav, developed in 1941, wasn't merely an artillery piece but an industrial project requiring dedicated railway tracks and hundreds of personnel. At 32.5 meters long and weighing 1,350 tons, this railway gun holds the record as the largest caliber rifled weapon ever used in combat. Its 80-centimeter barrel could launch 7-ton shells nearly 40 kilometers. Each projectile stood taller than a man and contained either conventional explosives or concrete-penetrating tips. Operating this monster required 250 soldiers working for 3 days to assemble it. 2 parallel railway tracks had to be laid specifically for deployment, with reloading taking 40 minutes between shots. The barrel needed replacement after about 14 rounds due to wear. 2 anti-aircraft battalions provided dedicated defense. Originally designed to breach France's Maginot Line, Gustav instead saw action during the siege of Sevastopol in 1942, firing 48 rounds throughout the campaign. Only 2 complete units were built, with both destroyed in 1945 to prevent capture. Number 13. Moab. The GBU-43B massive ordnance air blast, known as the mother of all bombs, represents America's most powerful non-nuclear explosive. Weighing 21,600 pounds and containing 18,700 pounds of H6 explosive, the Moab generates a blast equivalent to 11 tons of TNT. Developed during the Iraq War, it first saw combat in 2017 against ISIS tunnel complexes in Afghanistan. The bomb's delivery is surprisingly simple. It's rolled out the back of a C-130 cargo plane using a parachute-retarded system. Upon detonation, it creates a mushroom cloud visible for miles, with a blast radius of 1 mile and effective destruction zone of 150 meters. The Moab relies on pressure and heat rather than fragmentation, making it particularly effective against tunnel systems. The pressure wave can collapse underground structures and suffocate anyone inside by depleting oxygen. While technically a conventional weapon, the Moab operates in a psychological gray area between traditional and nuclear weapons. The United States has built approximately 20 units at a cost of $16 million or each. Number 12. Castle Bravo. In 1954, the United States detonated Castle Bravo at Bikini Atoll, the largest nuclear test ever conducted by America. The bomb's explosive yield dramatically exceeded expectations, releasing 15 megatons instead of the predicted 6 megatons. This miscalculation had catastrophic consequences. The blast created a crater nearly 2 kilometers wide with a mushroom cloud reaching 14 kilometers high. Radiation contaminated over 18,000 square kilometers of ocean and nearby islands. The Japanese fishing vessel Lucky Dragon No. 5 was caught in the radioactive fallout, with all 23 crew members suffering radiation sickness. 1 crew member died from the exposure. The incident sparked international outrage and contributed significantly to the 1963 Partial Test Ban Treaty. Castle Bravo also influenced popular culture, inspiring the 1955 film Godzilla as a metaphor for nuclear destruction. I have a question for you. First, I would like to say that it is possible to follow the greatest curiosities of our world every day. But to do so, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, are you already subscribed? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Also, take the opportunity to like the video, so YouTube will recommend more videos from our channel. So leave your like right now. And now that you have done that, let's go. Number 11. Kinetic bombardment. Kinetic bombardment, often called rods from God, represents warfare through pure physics. Objects falling from space hit the ground with tremendous force. The concept involves tungsten rods the size of telephone poles orbiting Earth on satellite platforms. When released, these rods would reach speeds of Mach 10, over 12,000 km/h. At impact, their kinetic energy would release force comparable to several tons of explosives, without any explosive material. What makes this concept particularly frightening is its practical simplicity. The 1967 Outer Space Treaty bans nuclear weapons in orbit, but contains no explicit ban on kinetic systems. These weapons offer several advantages. They can't be jammed electronically, provide no warning like missile launches, leave no radioactive fallout, and can penetrate deep underground targets. The U.S. Air Force reportedly explored this concept under Project Thor during the Cold War. Documents describe how a single rod might penetrate hundreds of feet into solid ground. The primary barriers to deployment remain economic rather than technological. Number 10. Tsar Bomba. The Soviet Union's Tsar Bomba, detonated in 1961, remains the most powerful explosive device ever created. Officially designated RDS-220 but nicknamed Ivan, this hydrogen bomb released energy equivalent to 50 megatons of TNT, 3,233 times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb. The device was dropped from a specially modified Tu-95 bomber over Severny Island in the Arctic Ocean. The resulting mushroom cloud towered 67 kilometers high, 7 times taller than Mount Everest. The fireball stretched 8 kilometers across, visible from nearly 1,000 kilometers away. Windows shattered at distances of 900 kilometers, while seismic sensors registered the blast worldwide. Remarkably, Soviet designers actually scaled down the bomb from its intended 100 megaton yield by replacing uranium components with lead, reducing fallout by 97%. The Soviets developed this weapon primarily as a demonstration of capability rather than for practical military use. Number 9. Man-pads. Man-portable air defense systems revolutionized warfare by putting anti-aircraft capability directly in infantry hands. Developed in the 1950s, these lightweight surface-to-air missiles allow ground troops to target enemy helicopters and jets without heavy equipment or vehicles. The first systems deployed were the U.S. FM-43 Red-Eye and Soviet 9K-32 Strela II, both using infrared guidance. Modern versions incorporate multiple detection technologies, including infrared, ultraviolet, and laser guidance systems to overcome countermeasures. Man-pads gained particular prominence during the Cold War, especially in the Soviet-Afghan War, where CIA-supplied Stinger missiles enabled the Mujahideen to neutralize Soviet air superiority by downing numerous helicopters and aircraft. The Falklands War in 1982 marked the first conflict where both sides employed these systems against each other. Despite technological advances in countermeasures like infrared jammers, man-pads remain a significant threat to military and civilian aircraft. Their relatively low cost, portability, and effectiveness make them particularly concerning for aviation security experts. Number 8. M1A3 Abrams. The M1 Abrams main battle tank has dominated modern battlefields since its introduction in the 1970s. The upcoming M1A3 variant represents the latest evolution of this platform, reducing weight by 15 tons while enhancing combat capabilities through advanced composite materials and improved power systems. Its 1,500 horsepower turbine engine delivers surprising agility for a 70-ton vehicle, while the improved suspension system maintains stability even when firing on the move. The tank's 120mm smoothbore cannon can deliver specialized ammunition with devastating accuracy beyond 3 kilometers. Advanced fire control systems incorporate thermal imaging and computerized ballistics, allowing accurate targeting in darkness or bad weather. The Abrams has proven itself in combat from Iraq to Afghanistan, with its trophy active protection system intercepting incoming anti-tank missiles. Initially expected to serve until the 2020s, these upgrades will extend its service life another 3 decades. Number 7. Chemical weapons. Chemical weapons attack the body itself in ways both insidious and horrifying. Mustard gas creates blisters on skin and lungs upon contact, with symptoms often appearing hours after exposure. During World War I, soldiers described the sensation as being burned alive from the inside. Chlorine and phosgene gases cause fluid buildup in the lungs, essentially drowning victims in their own bodily fluids. Survivors often suffered permanent lung damage. Later developed nerve agents proved even more terrifying. VX, a substance so lethal that a pinhead-sized drop can kill an adult, attacks the nervous system within seconds. Victims experience muscle contraction, convulsions, respiratory failure, and death, all while fully conscious. Unlike nuclear weapons, chemical agents remain accessible to smaller nations and non-state actors. The 1995 Tokyo subway attack used sarin to kill 13 people and injure thousands. More recently, chemical attacks in Syria killed hundreds, including children. International efforts to ban these weapons began in 1925 with the Geneva Protocol and culminated in the 1997 Chemical Weapons Convention. Number 6. Submarine-launched ballistic missiles. Submarine-launched ballistic missiles represent perhaps the most strategically important weapons in nuclear arsenals. These missiles provide the ultimate deterrent, a guaranteed second strike capability that ensures mutual destruction even if a nation's land-based forces are destroyed. Modern SLBMs like America's Trident II D5 can deliver multiple independently targeted warheads across 7,500 miles with accuracy measured in meters. What makes these weapons particularly devastating is their platform's stealth. Nuclear submarines can remain submerged for months, making them virtually undetectable in the ocean's vast expanse. A single Ohio-class submarine carries 24 Trident missiles, each with multiple warheads providing enough destructive power to destroy an entire nation. Russia's Bulava missile and China's JL-2 provide similar capabilities. These weapons fundamentally changed strategic calculations during the Cold War. With submarines constantly on patrol, no first strike could eliminate an enemy's ability to retaliate, creating the doctrine of mutually assured destruction. Number 5. Railguns. Railguns represent the cutting edge of kinetic weapon technology, using electromagnetic forces rather than chemical explosives to launch projectiles. These weapons use powerful electric currents to generate magnetic fields that accelerate conductive projectiles along parallel rails. The U.S. Navy's prototype railgun can accelerate a 23-pound projectile to Mach 7, over 5,000 miles, giving it the energy to penetrate multiple steel plates over 100 miles away. Unlike conventional naval guns, railgun projectiles carry no explosive payload, causing destruction through sheer kinetic energy and creating molten metal spray upon impact. The projectile's extreme velocity makes them virtually impossible to intercept with existing defense systems. The technology offers several military advantages. No explosive ammunition reduces shipboard storage risks, while the relatively simple projectiles cost approximately $25,000 compared to $1 million for conventional missiles. The absence of explosive propellants also allows for more rounds to be carried. Development challenges include enormous power requirements and rail erosion from repeated firing. Number 4. The Titan. In remote desert testing grounds, military engineers unveiled a weapon of unimaginable power. The Titan. This massive artillery platform features countless barrels mounted on a single frame, each capable of launching projectiles with devastating precision. The true innovation lies in its ability to fire dozens of rounds simultaneously, unleashing a hailstorm of firepower equivalent to a small battalion concentrated into one mobile unit. The Titan can obliterate entire sections of terrain in minutes, take down fortified bunkers, and wipe out entire enemy divisions. This weapon represents not just an innovation in firepower, but a statement of military supremacy that could shift the balance of power in any conflict. Despite its destructive potential, the Titan has vulnerabilities. Its large size makes it susceptible to smaller, more agile forces, while its immense firepower demands substantial resources and maintenance. Number 3. M18A1 Claymore. Developed in the 1960s, the M18A1 Claymore anti-personnel mine has become one of the most recognizable weapons in modern warfare. This directional fragmentation mine creates destruction over a wide area, making it ideal for ambushes and perimeter defense. With a 60-degree kill zone, it covers an area the size of a football field, making it devastatingly effective against enemy infantry. The claymore works by firing approximately 700 steel balls at high velocity, similar to a shotgun blast but magnified many times over. These steel projectiles can penetrate even heavy body armor at ranges up to 50 meters. The weapon contains C4 explosive, with a thin layer between the explosive and steel balls to increase velocity and ensure fragmentation travels only in the intended direction. Created originally to counter human wave attacks from Chinese forces during the Korean War, the Claymore was first deployed in 1966 during the Vietnam War. Safety features include a Faraday choke to prevent accidental detonation by high-frequency electrical currents such as lightning. Number 2. Phalanx CIWS. Developed in 1980, the Phalanx close-in weapon system represents the last line of defense against incoming missiles for naval vessels. This radar-guided 20mm Vulcan rotary cannon is mounted on a full 360-degree swivel base, allowing it to target threats from any direction with remarkable precision. The most recent models can fire an impressive 3,000 rounds per minute, though most units carry around 980 rounds due to cost and storage concerns. Its distinctive barrel-shaped radar dome and rotating gun have earned it the nickname R2-D2 among naval personnel, referencing the Star Wars droid. Used by numerous NATO countries, the Phalanx forms part of a broader defense system designed to protect ships and military installations from rockets, artillery, and mortar attacks. The system operates autonomously, identifying, tracking, and engaging threats without human intervention, a necessary feature given the split-second reaction times required to intercept incoming missiles. Number 1. Surface-to-air missiles. Surface-to-air missiles revolutionized anti-aircraft defense when they emerged in the 1950s. These guided missile systems quickly replaced older flak guns, which proved inaccurate and ineffective against fast-moving jet aircraft. The first operational SAM system was the American Nike Ajax, introduced in 1954, followed by the Soviet S-25 Berkut in 1956. These pioneer systems became the foundation for increasingly sophisticated anti-air technology. The development paths diverged between superpowers. The U.S. focused on smaller, more agile missiles, while the Soviet Union produced massive systems like the S-75 Divina, which became one of the most widely deployed SAM systems globally. This Soviet system gained notoriety in 1960 when it successfully downed a U-2 spy plane over Russia, proving SAMs could reach even high-altitude reconnaissance aircraft. Modern SAM systems incorporate advanced radar guidance, multiple targeting capabilities, and countermeasure resistance. The Russian S-400 Triumph can simultaneously track 300 targets and engage 36 at ranges up to 400 kilometers. Now, I want to know from you, which of these super powerful weapons made you most curious? Tell me below in the comments. Take advantage and click on this video that is appearing on the screen because I separated it especially for you. Well, that's it, and until next time, Curious One.